If you're looking for a chance to time travel, New Roads is the place to go. From breathtaking historic buildings to captivating art exhibits, this is a trip that's just as educational as it is fun. Let's hit the road with Falon Brown.
This week on One Tank Trips, we're taking a step back in time to Pointe Coupee Parish, which is known for being one of the oldest settlements in the Mississippi River Valley. We begin our adventure at one of the 31 historic buildings in the parish, the Julian Poydras Center, which was once a high school 100 years ago. Today it houses the Parish Office of Tourism and several historic collections. The third floor of this building is where you'll catch a glimpse of history, or several. The hallway is lined with a photographic exhibit of Pointe Coupee through the decades. At first glance, they might look like any old picture, but with a deeper look, these images can take you to another time period and invite you right into the biggest party of the year, no matter what decade.
So we're the second oldest Mardi Gras here in the state of Louisiana against New Orleans, and it's hosted every Fat Tuesday. There's two parades. There's the Community Center Parade and the Lions Club Parade. They run back to back.
This exhibit displays preserved keepsakes from both parades. And if that doesn't float your boat, this will. A collection of old boat motors gifted by a local resident.
He restored and donated all the motors to our exhibit here at Poydras.
And education of the parish's history would not be complete without its foundation. Crops, including sugarcane and corn.
We're a huge agriculture parish, so outside of False River, if you traveled any of the back roads, you would see lots of tractors and fields.
The history lesson isn't over yet. 5 miles up the road, you'll spot a little cottage that houses the Pointe Coupee Parish Museum.
It's the perfect place to start to get all the information about the parish and how it was evolved and how people lived back then.
Here, you'll learn about the early settlers along the river, dating back to the early 1700s, and come to understand their way of life. Much of this cottage has been preserved or recreated down to the threads and the fabrics of their clothes, antique dolls, and home furnishings. Step outside for a beautifully scenic view of False River. And there's much more to Pointe Coupee than what you see here. Come check it out for yourself. With One Tank Trips, I'm Falon Brown.
The Office of Tourism says they're working to complete a walking trail downtown to view historic buildings. They're aiming to finish it in January.